37 stitches and I have 2 more to go. I have this one is in the front, and now we'll do the back again. See, and see the last one right here. That's why I wanted to show you this row, because sometimes the last one you're gonna go, this is the one that's in the back, like right here. So you go like this one, the last one right on this one, you go like this. See, and that's your last on the 3rd row, and then we begin the 4th row, and then everything is gonna repeat. That's why I wanted to show you until the 4th row. Show you. I keep saying road for some reason. It's row. So you do 1 and 2, chain 2, same thing. You always do this, and that's always your first stitch, except for the first one right here that I showed you. So you go like that. Turn your work, turn over, and right here it looks like you have 2 in the front, but that's your 3rd row right here. So you start with this one like this. See, oh wait, no, I'm sorry, you start right here. You're gonna have 2 chains right there. Sorry, I was out of the camera. Like that. So on the 2nd one you go in the back. Oh, I split my yarn. Okay, yarn over. The 2nd one you go right on top of your 2nd one. See, and then you do the double crochet. So every other row is gonna look like that, like you have 2. So that's how you start it. Sometimes you'll start right here, sometimes you'll start on the top. So that's your first one, just your 2nd, and then the 3rd one, which you can see that it's in the back. See, you can see the dent right there. So you go right here. Like that. Okay, that's your 4th row, the beginning of your 4th row, and then you just repeat the same thing just until you get to the end, and you have 40 again. Okay, so you keep doing that until you have 11 of this. You see this right here. When you finish your 5th row, then you're going to be able to see this right here. And you count it on this side. See? You're going to count 1 until you have 11 plus 1 row. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so you just keep repeating your work. There. I'll see you when we finish the 11th row. I meant row. Okay, here we are again. Almost done with this. Is my last row, and I already counted all of my stitches, and I have 38, and these are the last 2. I'm just going to show you how to finish it. And see, just yarn over, and again with, since there's 2 more stitches to go, this is going to be the one that goes in the front. Oh, my flash just went out. It looks a little different, but I hope you can still see it. And then the last one is going to be right here. split my yarn again. See, that's our last stitch. Then right here we don't do any more chain because we're not going to do another row. Of course, if you want to continue it and do a different project, you're welcome to do that too. Like I said, it's just creativity. You can make these and make it longer. Also, if you do only half of the stitches, like say you do 20 stitches, which would be like half of it, or you can make like a scarf. It'll be like a nice scarf, I guess, pattern. And also, if you can also do like a hat, a baby hat. If you just do 20, like this, the same 40 stitches, just do like this much. Let's see, you would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows, and then right here you just close this right here and close this right here, and then you would have a hat because you just put it together like that. See, it would be a hat, nice hat. And you can also do placemats. Just make a 80 row, double the row, or you can add 10 more to the chain, and you would have 50, and then it will be a nice placemat. See, and you can use different colors too. Like I said, your imagination, your creativity, it pays off, and it's pretty fun projects to do. And right here we just do a slip stitch. So you just yarn through, and you pull this one right here to tighten the stitch, and leave a long tail so we can sew them together. You can leave it 1, 2, about an arm length. I'm gonna leave like an arm length, and then we'll cut it right here. That's why I like these, pretty handy. I always like to put the safety tip back on because I just throw it in and I don't have to worry about it. So you just pull the loop through, all the way. Like I said, it's like an arm length, and then you just pull it again, make sure it's tight. There, and you're done with the other second half. Well, I'm done with the second half. This might be your first one. You just do 2 of these, the same. Follow the pattern and see. Now we're gonna close them. I'll show you how to do that too, and then I have to show you how to tuck these in. So we move on to our yarn needle, and this is what I was saying earlier. You just go to the end of your yarn, and we do this. See, I leave the yarn on there. There's a lot of things you can do with these yarns. Just put it on top, make a loop, Oh, I forgot to do that. Oh well, you'll get the idea. Okay, here we are. This is what I was gonna show you, and I only had one loop in there. I mean, one yarn. You just put it right here, put it through, and then you just put it right here. See? I don't know if you saw it. I moved the camera a little bit. All you do is you pull it through. See, and it helps you when it's thick yarns like this. Sometimes it's difficult to just... You can also put a small piece of tape on it. It's for people that have a hard time putting the yarn through. You can just do that and put a small piece of tape around it, and it'll be easier to put it through the little hole. But there is some other needles that are, you can see, that are bigger, like the one I have in this bag right here. See, I'm just using this one because I don't know, just because. Oh, and this is another hook with a different size. This is a 5.5 and 1/9. It's just two different ways of saying 0.5 millimeters. But yeah. Okay, we just put it all through. And we put our pieces together. And leave yarn on both ends, because as I was saying before, we have 10 rows, but it looks like this. When you count 10 on one side, let's see this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But you have half of one, because this is the right side, and on the left, on the inside, it's gonna look like this. So one goes like this, one goes like this, and the other one, see, this is the same side, and with the other one you flip it like this, the back side. That's this right here. So you put right side, make sure you have this side right here and this side, which is the same, see? 10 plus half, and then 10 and a half. So you put the same sides together. And if you don't really get it, if you think you're a little confused or don't know how to see the difference, you'll know when you get to the end, and I told you to leave like an arm length of the last, when you cut the yarn. You notice that on this side I don't have it, but it's on the other side. See, it's right here. There, we see right there. It's on this piece, but it's on the opposite side. So that's the size you put together, because right here you're gonna need this yarn to connect them right here. See? Like that. And also you're gonna have the little tails when you start it. Right here. And they're on the same sides. See? Like that. So that's an easy way to tell the difference. Make sure you have these little tails, and then these are on the opposite. This one's here, the long string, and then right here is the long string. That's an easy way. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, we just put them together like so. And you start right at the tip, at the corner, right here. And you just thread it. Like so. Okay, and first we're gonna go this way. You're gonna see these loops right here. Sorry, now that my flash is off. I thought I didn't need it at first, but I do. I may have to do this later because it doesn't look as bright. There's a different way of doing this. Some people do it differently. It depends on, you know, what you want to accomplish. The results are the same. You're just putting them both together. I'll just go every loop like this because the yarn is the same color. You don't really notice once it's all, see, it's gonna look like a little what do you call that, a rope, like a little rope. Oh, sorry. Like that. Right here and then right here. Always make sure this one goes that way. I'm just going a bit slow so that, you know, like I said, if you're just beginning with crochet, this is your first project, you can still do this. So you just go step by step. See, right there, and then right here. You kind of see where where it needs the needle. It's like you can just see where you can go if you have it like this. You can also do it on the reverse side if you want. To me, it doesn't really affect the way it's gonna look because it's handmade. It should, it doesn't have to be perfect, like I said. And you can decide if you want to go ahead and, like, to me, this is the right side. But if you want to flip it afterwards, that's fine. There's no right or wrong. So you just want your piece to look nice and perfect the way you want it, because perfect is not how I like it, it's how you want, how everybody sees it or how you see it. Your finished product is going to look perfect the way you make it, and nobody's going to know the difference because it's handmade. So every piece looks different, so you don't have to worry about whether other, we do always have criticize. A lot of people criticize our work, and because of different aspects. So we're just gonna keep doing that all the way to the corner, all the way to the other end, and like I said, it's gonna look nice. See? You can't even see where this where it is. It just looks complete. Like I said, there's no right or wrong. You just follow where you think it will look nice. And if you put it on this one right here, it still look good. If you put it on this one, it'll look the same, because once it's open, see, it'll make a pattern. I mean, it'll blend in. It's going to be blended in. And see how it looks on the other side? It looks the same. So, I mean, go ahead and sew it together, blend it in, make it the way you want it made. You don't have to follow you don't have to follow my way or do it the same way I'm doing it. It's just that I'm giving you a guide. It's like a guide for you to follow and work with it. You'll see how it looks, and if you like it, go ahead and do it like that. And if not, just change it. Change it how you will. It's handmade, like I said, so it's gonna look different for everybody. And there's no right or wrong. It's just yarn. You can undo it. All you do is pull the string. It's easier to unravel than to make it. But once you have practice, you'll notice that your speed, the way you work with it, it's gonna keep changing, and you're gonna be surprised on how fast you can finish some projects. So enjoy, have fun. Like I said, this is something you can do when you think you have nothing to do, or that you feel bored, or like I said before, going somewhere and you're gonna be in a car for a long time and going places. Even at home, maybe you're stressed. Just get some yarn and a needle or hook. It's good to keep your mind occupied in good things. Otherwise, our mind wanders and worries a lot. Sometimes we tend to worry. And this helps you relax. You just keep going like this. Okay, I'll meet you when we're done. Oh, here we are again. Almost at the end. I left it like this so that I can, just guide you again and show you how I finished it. And then we just continue like we did before. I didn't want to make this a long video. It took longer than I thought, but however, I also didn't want to make 2 videos, because I've seen some videos on YouTube and it's just, you have to follow a link and then look for another video, and then I don't know if you're like me. I get distracted sometimes. It takes you to one link and then you look at another video, and by the time you want to finish your project, you sidetracked. And I'm not saying you'll probably do the same. I'm just saying that I think it's much easier if you have the whole finished project in one video and just just go from there and have it done. And you can always just use the same video and go back and forth and pause it or do as you will just to get your finished project. Right here, we can leave those just like that because they're not going to be seen anyways, but I can also show you how to hide them. Just use the hook. By the way, also you can also use a crochet hook to do what we're doing with the stitches. It just looks different. I just don't like how it looks because sometimes you end up with a chain. Like when we do the chain to begin it also looks like that, and it depends on the project you're doing. Sometimes I choose not to use it, like the needle or the hook. I mean, sometimes I call it needle just because you can use a knitting needle. And right here you can just go right on the corner. With this, we can just unravel a little bit of it and tie them together. And again, right here, you just keep going. Sometimes the yarn tends to tangle a little bit. That's okay. You can unravel it again. Just make over here like that. We can use the needle. Oops, sorry, the camera moved. I apologize for that. I keep having trouble with my phone. It just keeps slipping. Either way, we just go right here. Look, one thing about doing crochet, it's easy to unravel only where you've been working on the stitches. You can just pull it and it'll unravel with the one you're working on. However, at the end, it doesn't do that. But that's why you can just go like this and untie it. You can untie the knots like so. See, and nothing happens. It won't unravel. Just pull it tight again. And then we have this other end here. Just pull it like that. And then we can just tie both of these together. Any knot will do. See? And then it'll stay like that. I was just showing you this just if it was bothering you or just to guide you and on what you can do with it. What I was thinking about is putting tassels on it, like one tassel on every corner. And you can do different things. Like I said, your creativity, it'll give you different ideas as you finish it. You can also leave it like that or make it longer, like this one. and put more pieces on it, like so, and then just cut them the same size. You can do that all through here. It's easy to do, just go like this and you loop it through like that, and then you just cut the ends. And there's a lot of things that you can, come up with, but it's up to you. It's your project. Like I said, I'm just guiding you, and just work with it, and it'll look perfect the way you do it. It's your project. And you can use this pattern whenever you like. And right here, we just continue working on it right there. Oh, I went the wrong way. But like I said, there is no wrong way. You can still do it. Look, I'm going to show you. It makes no difference. You can just... As long as you have the whole... What you want to do is just make sure you get the yarn, because sometimes it'll split, and if you do that, then you'll notice it doesn't look right that way. Although I did say there's no wrong way, that would be just one slight mistake. It's just because it won't look as nice, and that way it will show if you split the yarn. And here I just wanted to show you how to make the corner, but then we just keep doing the same thing all through. If you notice, this is the bottom or the beginning of the chain where we started with, and that's why it looks like that. Again, if it bothers you the way that I'm putting it together, you can also switch it and do the other way, like, but I did it this way because of the top. I'm more concerned about this part right here. I want it to look like that instead of like this. See, it's just